Hello everyone. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Bernie Merdunkan and my team members are TS Dr. Epi Azli bin Bunawan and Dr. Sri Intanida binti Syarul Asari. And we are from University Technology Mara. Today I would like to present our topic on training procedures for electronic records management systems, a strategy for better records management knowledge in Malaysia. Without further ado, let me begin my presentation. As organizations in Malaysia continue to digitize administrative processes and strengthen digital information governance, electronic records management systems have become increasingly important for ensuring that records are created, captured, classified, stored, retrieved, retained, preserved, and disposed in a systematic manner. Recent studies shows that ERMS adoption is influenced by organizational, technological, and human factors, particularly management support, system compatibility, task technology fit, policy awareness, and user capability. According to Allianz, found that knowledge enhancements is positively related to job performance among records personnel in Putrajaya, but also emphasized that informal learning tools alone may not be sufficient without formalized and structured training approaches. As the background of the study, which is electronic records management systems are introduced to ensure that records are not only stored digitally but also managed systematically according to proper records management principles. Through ERMS, record also can be classified, indexed, retrieved, protected, retained, and disposed of more efficiently. According to Muhammad, noted that e-records management practices are important in Malaysia's e-government development because they support accountability and administrative efficiency. As a result, ERMS may be underutilized and records may be misclassified, difficult to retrieve, or managed inconsistently. This creates a gap between the purpose of ERMS and its actual use in daily work. And the first problem statement of this study is that lack of structured ERMS training procedures. According to BZ, identified training as one of the factors affecting ERMS adoption, which suggests that weak or unstructured training may reduce the effectiveness of ERMS implementation. Apart from that, limited records management knowledge among ERMS users are also part of the problem segment. According to Muhammad, stated that the lack of records management knowledge becomes a key challenge when adopting an ERM system. Besides, inconsistent classification and metadata practices. New Carroll also emphasized that metadata plays a critical role in ensuring the authenticity, reliability, and accessibility of electronic records, while metadata elements are also essential for record creation, classification, maintenance, retention, and disposition. Not only that, low user acceptance and underutilization of ERMS functions. BC also highlighted that ERMS adoption is influenced by factors such as relative advantage, compatibility, task technology fit, organizational readiness, and user capability. Besides that, weak compliance with retention, disposal, and governance requirements. According to Muhammad Saman, found that Malaysian public sector readiness for electronic records application is affected by limited e-records management skills, lack of e-records management policies, standards and guidelines, lack of human resource capacity, and low public awareness. And this is my research question and research objective, where the first research question is, what are the current training processes used in electronic records management systems implementation in Malaysian organizations? The second one is, how do ERMS training procedures influence employees' records management knowledge and skills? And what challenges do employees face in understanding and applying ERMS functions in records management activities? And the fourth one is, how can structured ERMS training improve user competency, system utilization, and compliance with record management requirements? And my research objective is to identify the current training procedures used for electronic records management system in Malaysian organization. The second one is to examine the influence of ERMS training procedures on employees' records management knowledge and skills. And the third objective is to analyze the challenges faced by users in applying ERMS functions and records management practices. And the fourth one is to propose effective and structured ERMS training strategies to improve user competency, system effectiveness, and compliance in records management. And as you can see, this is my literature review, which is, according to Busy et al., identified management support compatibility, government policy, training, and task technologies fit as major factors influencing ERMS adoption, especially in developing contexts. Apart from that, Muhammad also found that e-records management practices in Malaysia e-government environment require change management because ERMS affect work processes at all organizational levels. Thirdly, according to Muhammad Samand, limited records management skills, weak policy awareness, and insufficient organizational readiness remain major challenges in Malaysian public sector electronic records management. Alias also argued that knowledge enhancement contributes to better job performance, indicating that staff development is important for records personnel. Apart from that, Mukred also stated that ERMS adoption with improved decision-making in higher learning institutions, implying that users must be trained to use ERMS not only for filing but also for reliable information access and organizational decision support. And this is my research methodology, which is research design, where a qualitative approach as it allows the researcher to gain an in-depth understanding of users' experiences, training practices, challenges, and organizational procedures related to ERMS implementation. Apart from that, sampling technique, which is the convenient sampling, where allows the researcher to select respondents who are accessible and relevant to the objective of the study. So the respondents for the study will consist of 2 records managers, 3 ERMS trainers, and 3 ICT or IT officers. Data collection methods are also part of the research methodology where we are using the semi-structured interviews, which each interview is expected to take approximately 40 to 60 minutes. The document analysis are also part of the data collection method. This method helps examine policies, training manuals, government circulars, and institutional reports to identify weaknesses and gaps in existing training practices. So the findings of this study is ERMS training should not only focus on how to operate the system, but also on how users understand records management principles such as classification, metadata control, retrieval, retention, access control, and disposal. User awareness and records management knowledge remain important issues in ERMS implementation. As a conclusion, the study highlights that training procedures are critical strategy for improving records management knowledge in the implementation of electronic records management system in Malaysia. So the main challenges in ERMS implementation include limited records management knowledge, inconsistent classification, weak metadata practices, low user acceptance, and insufficient understanding of retention and disposal requirements. Consequently, organizations should design ERMS training as an ongoing process involving initial briefings, hands-on practice, standard operating procedures, as well as user manuals, assessment, refresher courses, and follow-up support. And this is my reference. And that's all from me. Thank you.